Hello and welcome to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back from the track guide, this time at Winton Club in the BMW M2 on iRacing. If you're new to my channel, what we do is a hot lap, a breakdown lap, and then we're back in the cockpit one final time. This is, of course, using the fixed setup in the Rookie Series. Right, let's start the lap. Okay, let's start the hot lap. So we're up to fourth, looking for the 50-meter marker. Drop it down to third, trail off, get back on the gas, straighten her up. Tiny little dab on the brakes here, and then back on the gas nice and early. Exiting nice and wide, back over to the right hand side, quickly up to fourth gear. Now, we're just feathering between the brake and the throttle here in third gear. Quickly change up to fourth, over to the right left hand side, drop it down to third. It down to second, try and get back over to the right hand side as best as you can to open up the entry here into turn 6. Put it down to second, feeling for the grip to third, back down to second, and again just trying to straighten her up as quickly as possible down the main quote-unquote straight, upping it down to third, and again long trail off, back on the gas again. Got in this corner a little bit, and I should have actually exited wider there. I cost myself about 1.5 tenths in that final corner, so you can exit slightly wider. Right, let's do the breakdown. Okay, breakdown lap time. Right, so the first braking marker is just before the 50-meter marker, as you can see. I'm just going on the brakes now. We're braking, what's that, up to about 70% there or thereabouts, dropping it down to third, trailing it all the way off down to the apex. As you see, I've still got some brake pressure on now, 8% as I approach the apex. I hit the apex, I'm fully off the brake now, and I get back on the gas. Can't go on to 100% till you've actually straightened her up a little bit here. Back over to the left-hand side, we're using the full rumble strip here. Make sure you're using the full width of the track, which includes the rumble strip. At the end of the rumble strip, that's when we're going to dab the brakes very slightly up to about 25%. We're still in third. We come off the brakes, back on the gas. Straighten her up, back up to 100%. Exit nice and wide. Up to fourth gear. So at the 50 or just after the 50, we're going to start turning in. And we're just going to be just feathering. I'm in fourth gear at the minute. Drop it down to third. And I'm just feathering to try and find the grip, using the brake and the accelerator. So every time I need some more rotation, that's when I do a lift. And then when I'm absolutely fine, back up to fourth gear. And now we're over to the left-hand side. And basically there's no marker here, but it's just as you get over to the left edge of the track, that's when we brake up to about 55%. Drop it down to third gear, long trail off, drop it down to second gear. Back over to the right-hand side, and again, just feathering that throttle. There's no nice, easy, straightforward corners around here. Up to third, and now again, lightly get on the brakes, up to about 35%, dropping it down to second gear. And again, as soon as we're off the brakes, back on the gas. Can't give it full beans just yet, now we can. And now as soon as we do that, again, same thing, back on the brakes, dropping it down to second gear. Feathering that throttle, looking to try and get on full power as soon as possible. Got to straighten the car up. Right, so just before, or sort of halfway in between, it's just before this curbing on the left-hand side. I'm going to brake up to about 80%. Hard bit of braking there, dropping it down to third. Trail it all the way off down into the corner. We're now just feathering again with the throttle, getting up to 100% power here. Now, what I did notice, so on this guide lap, because it's my fastest overall, I did hit the brakes up to about 20% here, but a big lift can actually get you through. And again, you'll gain about 1/10 there if you do it right. And the same on this last corner, no brakes, just a little lift, clipping that corner. And as I say, I could have exited an awful lot wider here and gained another 1/10 or so. Right, so that's the breakdown lap. We have the driving line version coming up now.